I remember I was in the newsroom at WNEW, and of course the wire machines always clanked away, and whenever there was a bulletin, there would be a loud ping, maybe two. But suddenly, the machines went crazy for the ringing off the machine. And I can remember a news writer there named Jerry Graham running around saying Kennedy had been shot, and that was the big thing. So, well, of course, this was a huge, huge shock. Before that happened, while I was still at NEW Radio, we had the Cuban Missile Crisis. And I can tell you that I remember walking home from WNEW at that time and really thinking that this was the end. We were going to be at war, and I was really depressed because I had a small child, a 3-year-old, and I thought this is, very dangerous, and felt the most fear of war that I had ever experienced. Okay, moving to when Kennedy was killed, because NEW Radio had a huge news staff, Lee Hanna, who was the news director, decided that we would go and cover the funeral, and which was unusual for a local radio station to do that. So he said, you will be outside the church and broadcast live. He said, and I remember Reed Collins was anchor, and he says, can you do that? I always said yes. Anybody that said to me, can you do that, even if I didn't have a clue what I was supposed to do, I would say, okay, yeah, I can do that. In fact, going back to Channel 5, when I first started working on that newscast, I remember Ted Yates handing me, for a dry run when we were first starting, handing me these little 3x5 slides. And he handed them to me, and he says, go to master control and set slides. So I said, okay. I took the slides, and I had no clue where master control is, had no clue what I was supposed to do with the slides. But I asked somebody, where's master control? Went up to master control. I said, what do I do with these? Somebody said, go see Joe in the back. Go. So then I know what to do with the slides. So here we go, Kennedy's funeral. And I did as much research as I could, and I'm standing outside the cathedral, about 1 foot from all of the dignitaries from other countries, Prince Philip, Charles de Gaulle, Haile Selassie, you name it, about 2 feet away. There were also others that I didn't recognize, but I had a phone that I was speaking into somehow. I happened to be standing right behind somebody from the Associated Press who was doing the same thing and identified everybody. So I just listened. And so I could say, and so-and-so, so-and-so is here. And then the funeral cortege went by, and of course they had the white horse as well with the boots backwards, which is really break your heart. And my voice, I know, was cracking and so forth. When I got back to New York later, we were talking about the funeral coverage. Lee Hanna said, he said, your voice cracking. He said, that was great. I thought it was swell. But it was okay. They were happy. And somehow or other, I'd gotten through it.